Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm the real Jossie.
I'm Peter Parkour, and we are
The Distorted Theorists. So guys, as you see by the title below, we're back today doing our review, thanks for coming back Pete, of Hawkeye Season 1. It was 6 episodes, they're done, we're over. We had some big cameos, we had some returns, and yeah.
6 episodes just didn't, like...
do it justice?
No, because, I mean... like, I don't want to shit on the show. Spoiler, I liked it. I really and truly did enjoy the show.
But it was a fun Christmas show. I think they launched it at a great time of the year when some television was in along and you had this nice, the way they twisted the jingles and that was all cool.
I found that the first couple of episodes were like, okay, we're trying to find our footing, and who is Echo and who's the Jon Snow looking dude?
Who's Kate Bishop?
Who's Kate Bishop and the mom and then this and okay, we're gonna. Oh my God, we gotta finish the show really quick. We gotta finish the show.
Very true, very true. But I mean, first of all, you seen the first episode focused on Kate. The whole Avengers, why she likes Hawkeye the way she does,
which was important.
Which was important. It was very important, and it shed light on that he was an important Avenger. Even though he doesn't have all the magic or the flight or the. It made it seem like he does, so it was really cool.
Well, that was part of the reason, and I'm going to say something now that some people are going to be like, "Oh, you can't say that about Hawkeye." It shows why Hawkeye sucks. I was like that. It's a hot take. It's not that Hawkeye sucks, but when you're a dude, I'm really good at firing a stick with this other stick.
Yeah.
And then the guy next to me can summon lightning, and then the guy on the other side of me is 140 years old.
And the other guy's the Hulk. So, no.
So with Hawkeye, he was just like, I'm real. I'm a real dude, and I have to deal with family problems and everything, and that's what the show really showed.
And that's literally what the show was about, in my opinion. I mean, it showed us that Hawkeye is and was an integral part of the Avengers. Don't get me wrong. He filled the gaps where all the heroes can't be everywhere at once. But this show really takes you back and be like, these heroes are people. You know what I mean? And even with the bandaging and the wounds and all that stuff, I thought that was pretty cool.
He's the one that gets hurt the most in the Avengers. He was out of commission for half the movie because he was with Loki. In the second one, he gets shot.
They really just doing him dirty.
Because he can't take it.
But I don't know.
I do like Hawkeye. Don't come at me in the
come from the comments. We're not going to silence in the comments. Come from my boy.
I like Hawkeye, but he's just like the little brother that you bring along. Like, well, I'm going to fight the Chitauri. Make sure you take Hawkeye. Like, it's just.
Well, let's change gears a little bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're introducing Kate Bishop as what we presume to be the new Hawkeye. However, if I may throw my hat in the ring and come for me in the comments, I hated that they didn't get rid of Clint in any way, shape, or form, nor did they fully pass the torch to Kate. I feel like the show still left us up in the air as like, who's Hawkeye?
If they do a second season, because nothing's been confirmed as far as I can tell, I still think that Clint is going to be part of it.
Jeremy Renner's going to stick around?
Yeah, he might not be a full force in the second show. He might just be someone in the wings, just being like, "You got it, Kate, woo!" He's going to do his thing.
I mean, and then I did like the little. I don't know if trope is the word, but the little reveal of how his wife is an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. or was an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. I thought that was really cool. And I don't know, will she...
Mockingbird.
Is that what they're
She's Mockingbird, who was a big ally of Spider-Man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're reading too much into that.
Well, she was in the comics. It's not going to happen anyways because she's out of S.H.I.E.L.D. anyways.
But on side note of that, so they showed us that. Obviously, we got introduction to Echo. Now, like we said in a previous video, I believe, Echo is supposed to get her own Disney Plus show. Now, that makes a little more sense because I do feel like she has more story to tell, and we'll get to why in a little bit. But she was a cool introduction. Again, another deaf character, which we've seen from the Eternals. Like you said, it just adds a different element to what we're used to seeing, so I kind of like that.
Well, yeah, with inclusion and everything, which is excellent to be seeing in today's muddled everything that's going on.
Pretty much.
But at the same time, she was kind of forgettable. Like, I liked her.
She did go missing for a little bit.
Yeah, and it was just kind of like, remember me? Like, oh yeah, Echo, you're getting a show.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Now, I do believe that she was used as a little segue for
the
Kingpin, which was the highlight of the show. I don't care what anyone says. Seeing Vinny D'Onofrio back as the Kingpin.
Vinny.
You see my reactions. I was stoked. I call him Vinny. We're
I know.
close
Yeah,
like
you're
that,
talking a first name basis.
But
Vinny and Jesse.
I do want to say, as great as seeing Vincent D'Onofrio back as the Kingpin was, again, for anyone who watched the Daredevil, so ruthless and everything, I felt like this show, it revealed him. I was so hyped, and then they were like, he sucks. Like, he just never had, like, he beat her around and everything in the thing, but I don't know, I didn't get the same vibe. Maybe too much time has passed, I don't really know.
The way that I look at that is because in Daredevil, he's the crime lord. Mm-hmm. In this one, he's not. You can tell he's behind the curtain, kind of pulling the strings of like, we must do this for me. We must kill your father. And that's really it. So when Kate goes after him, which we don't really see, even in the comics, you don't get to see.
Well,
Wilson lose his
I
mind.
did see some whispers online that maybe we don't really know. Was the Kingpin blipped? Was he not blipped? Did he lose his control because he was blipped and over those 5 years someone else rose to power? This is all things that could be explored. So I'm hoping for more, but like I said,
We will.
It was like a big oof moment for me, and then it was just kind of fell flat after that.
He's going to be around.
You think so?
Yeah.
I hope so. I mean, he was good, and like I said, as we said before, we got Charlie Cox, is it? Back as Daredevil, so maybe the two will cross paths again, and maybe Kingpin will get a bigger role. I'd love to see him against Spider-Man, as you know, they got the history, so...
Well, the thing is that ending shot with Echo...
Off-screen.
which was off-screen, because again, we don't see a body, but
right.
that exact scene happened in the comics.
It did?
Yep.
And the result was?
He's blind.
Okay. Like Daredevil?
Yeah.
Or like, is it kind of like an entendre there?
Well, I think it's more so like, my eyes are hurt.
Oh, okay.
Because dude took a friggin' Audi to the chest and was just like, ugh.
Yeah, like that was cool. Like,
But Wilson Fisk isn't fat.
no.
He's not everyone like, he's just a big tubby guy. No, that's all muscle.
Yeah,
He's just a
exactly.
big,
So-
he's like the Juggernaut, just
Yeah.
hench.
So, I mean, I like that part. That part was cool. And then, of course, probably my favorite part of the show, aside from everyone we just talked about, was Yelena. When she showed up, I felt like there was just a presence. And
God, that elevator scene.
yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm saying. And it was like...
What the hell was that for?
Like, I was like, when she got slapped, I was like, oh, bitch, you're about to get hit. You know what I mean? But, like, they showed her in Black Widow. Obviously, she had her, side character or what's the word I'm looking for? Like a leading role, but supporting character. There we go, on Black Widow. And I felt like Hawkeye actually gave her more depth, oddly enough, and...
Humor.
Yeah.
Florence Pugh has the, or Pugh?
Pew.
Puggy? I don't know. She's got the humor down pat. I mean, like Scarlett Johansson as the original Black Widow, she had the little quips, but I think
and I think that's where they're pulling out Scarlett Johansson and obviously filling with Florence Pugh kind of deal. And I think they're adding depth with comedy over here because maybe another character who carried some comedy in former Avengers, we'll say, I think will be more action-y role that way. I think that's what they're kind of setting up. And she was in Fighting With My Family, Florence Pugh, which is a wrestling show based on Paige from WWE, which I'm a wrestling fan, so I watched it.
Oh, she was in that?
She was the main character. Who's Paige, and she played awesome in that movie. For anyone who hasn't seen it, go check it out.
Because she's got black hair.
Yeah, I didn't know either until I ended up doing research for obviously the channel and stuff.
I haven't seen it,
but she was good in that, and the comedy was really good in that too, and the action. So I think she's got a bright future, especially with the Avengers and any Marvel stuff going forward. But other than that, I mean, it's nice seeing some of the technology, the Stark Tech, the Pym Tech. Obviously, those were great callbacks.
The fights were good. In the
choreography was on point. Whoever did that, good job.
There was one beat in the finale though that just I hated.
Didn't sit well.
Oh my God! For any of those who have seen Batman versus Superman,
there's a deep cut, folks. Saddle in.
The whole part during the big battle between Bats and Soups is when he's beating the absolute crap out of him, and then he goes, Martha. He goes, wait, that's my mom's name. So in the same thing, I was like, oh, cool. Our moms are the same name. Bro. Right. And in this same thing, it was just like, bah,
I feel it there.
Bah. And then he gets up and does the freaking Hunger Games whistle.
And now,
And
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was doing the reaction, I made a comment. I didn't keep it in the reaction. I ultimately got cut from my reaction. But I wanted Yelena to kill him. Like, I was like, go through with it. Like, I thought that would really gave some character depth, and obviously would have rode Clint off into the sunset in a negative way, I guess, because he's been dead. But
now I will say that as much as I was just like, when I watched that still there was a little more depth beyond that when, like, like, I miss her too. I miss her. I was like, okay, that's pretty deep, and that is a little bit better. But it was just like, I'm gonna kick the crap out of you. What's that? A whistle? Hold on. Let's bring it back.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was overall what's it? Haley Steinfeld?
Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah, she did well as Kate. She was goofy.
I can see her future in the MCU for sure.
And Jeremy Renner, as much as he doesn't enjoy playing Hawkeye, he's gone on record saying that he's like the role of Hawkeye. As much as he enjoys being Hawkeye, he's just like, the role of Hawkeye has ruined my life.
Yeah.
And he said before, like, this is probably my last hurrah. It might not be. They might be able to bring him back, because it's Disney money.
Yeah. Or he could be a death later to avenge.
Maybe. But overall, on the whole.
Well, just before we clue up the video, I do want to tell you about my most disappointing part in this whole series.
Excellent, do too.
Was the end credit scene.
Oh, I got something about that.
They shit all over me. I was expecting this big reveal leading us into the new year, and they gave us a musical, bro.
But. I had something about this.
What did you pull out of this magical, sir?
So I noticed it in the first episode when they were there. I was like, who is that? And that didn't really make sense because they're wearing like Broadway costumes.
Yeah.
They're not wearing the ones that we're used to. Yeah. But when they did the whole song and dance,
I'm interested where you're going with this.
and then they ended and they did the whole like, we're Avengers or whatever it was. Who did you notice there? There was someone extra.
The only thing I noticed, if this is what you're talking about, there was like a red and black suit person that I just assumed it was Ant-Man, but he wasn't. Okay. So, I don't know. Pin us together here.
What movie's coming up?
Quantumanium.
Yeah. Which involves
Ant-Man. You think they're going to rewrite?
Time travel.
Do you think they're going to rewrite the Avengers? Like the first...
He could be there. Maybe he helped out or something like that. There's no reason for him to be there. Why would they have put Ant-Man there? First thing...
I'm all about it because what do I always say about movie callbacks?
You love them.
I love them. However, I don't know because they've already revisited the Avengers in Loki. They've already revisited the Avengers in Endgame. And they've now revisited Hawkeye that day in New York. So would they really do it a fourth time? Love to see it, but would they really do it?
But who's supposed to be the bad guy? Kang.
Yeah.
Kang the Conqueror. Dude is ruthless.
Yeah.
Like, he's like beyond Thanos because the guy can control time.
Jesus.
And again,
now I'm excited for Ant-Man a little bit more than I was.
And I'm not going to lie, you mentioned something in No Way Home that I thought was going to happen in this at the very end of No Way Home when Peter gets his true blue suit and goes right over the tree where everything happens with Hawkeye. I thought something was going to happen in that. And Lord knows he might have just done that and it was off screen or anything like that because technically no one made a callback to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So maybe this was already at the point where they've forgotten who he is.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Like I know that guy. Not just be like, oh, it's Spider-Man.
We'll have to wait for Hawkeye Season 2 to see if maybe Spider-Man does appear, or
actually,
the fourth Spider-Man.
I can't even say that now because I don't think Hawkeye ever really met Spider-Man besides Tony's funeral.
On the ruse.
Oh, yeah.
Come on,
Pete. But did he know he was Peter? He knew he was Spider-Man.
Maybe not. There you go. Anyway, guys, that's our review and thoughts on Hawkeye Season 1. It was quite a ride. It got us through the holiday season, which is really cool. We're headed straight into 2022.
You almost fooled that up.
Yeah, it was 2022. But nonetheless, guys, I'm the real Jossie.
I'm Peter Parkour. And as always,
keep it real.